So to that extent, I make an amendment here.
पेशावर हाई कोर्ट में भी आपका पीटीआई ने तो कोई केस नहीं लड़ा ना पेशावर हाई कोर्ट में, वहाँ भी एसआईसी
GSIC लड़ रही है, we're very clear.
पैराग्राफ 22 जो है पेज 47 पे, यही बात जो यहाँ हो रही है वो पेशावर हाई कोर्ट ने भी आपको जवाब दिया है.
ठीक हो गया. I'm saying on
These
that
PTI
basis,
backed independent candidates
Yes,
who won
Lord.
this seat
Who have joined the
are
SIC.
not pleading claim before us today. तो वो पेशावर हाई कोर्ट के सामने भी यही बात.
ठीक हो गया. I'm not departing from what has been argued. That's a matter of record. But I'm submitting that once the independents or those declared independents have joined, they were entitled to seats even if there were no lists filed prior to the polling day, and even if that party had not won any seats. This was done in 2019 when BAP was allowed, and the Election Commission was then led by retired Justice Sardar Raza. There was deliberation. We cannot say that this reading of Article 51(6) in 2019 was entirely illusory, is something that no rational, sane person could have done. It was a rational interpretation arrived at, and there is no reason today to depart from that interpretation, particularly when in the facts and circumstances that we now face, it will lead to an entirely unrepresentative National Assembly as well as the provincial assemblies of at least KP and Punjab. So the point in referring to the BAP case is simply to say this was a reasonable interpretation, and that reasonable interpretation can be adopted even today. It may not be binding, but it was reasonable. And if something is reasonable, then it is not excluded. So far, the Election Commission has acted as if this is a self-evident truth that at least one seat should have been won, that 86 plus 1 is equal to 87, but 86 plus 0 is equal to 0. This was not the interpretation made in 2019 and should not be the interpretation made today. I move on. Number 6. The Attorney General had to rely on Article 63A, Clause 2, to read the requirement of at least one seat directly won into Article 51(6). So I found the argument made by the learned Attorney General interesting. He felt that reading 51(6) with 63A, Clause 2 gives us the basis for saying that there should be at least one seat. And his argument was that it talks about a parliamentary party. And the question was raised that when does a parliamentary party come into existence? And the answer was that within the 3-day period, if people, independents, have joined a political party, then thereafter, as soon as they take oath, they become members of the parliamentary party. Nothing more is needed, no procedure is given. So in the 3-day period, these independents joined the SIC. When they took oath, SIC became a parliamentary party. So nothing is inconsistent about, the way things have happened. And the Election Commission therefore accepted the SIC as a parliamentary party. And it accepted it during that 3-day period also as a political party that may be joined. So when declarations were filed under Rule 92, Clause 6, that was read at length a little while ago, they accepted those declarations and said, yes, this is a political party that you can join within that 3-day period. So that entire reading of the Constitution, of the rules of the Election Act, cannot now be declared a mistake or an arbiter only to oust us. So this reliance or reference to Article 63A is entirely irrelevant. A parliamentary party came into existence when those who had joined within 3 days took oath and became members of the National Assembly. They became a parliamentary party. Number 7. The reading of Section 104 of the Election Act 2017 is dependent on the reading of Article 51(6). If parties consisting of independents who had not contested can be allowed reserved seats, then Section 104 must be read to allow opportunity to such parties to file lists and nomination papers after the polling day and announcement of the results of the directly won seats. So if your lordships and my lady were to come to the conclusion that the SIC members, as a result of independents joining them or those declared independent joining them, are entitled to reserved seats, then there is no restriction in Article 51(6) as to the time when the lists and the nomination papers are to be filed. Even Section 104 in its own language does not say when this is to happen. So we can file lists tomorrow, they can have a 4-day scrutiny period, and the whole process can move further. There is no impediment at all. Now, just for a moment, again, going back to the facts that I've stated in CMA 5913 on behalf of PTI, I will not read these, it's just 3 or 4 pages, but these may very kindly be looked at. This will explain what happened. The Nazriyati ticket was filed because we were told your PTI tickets are not acceptable. So we had no option then. We were desperately trying to give the people of Pakistan an opportunity to vote vote for the party that they want to vote. It was our fear that if each constituency, a National Assembly constituency in Punjab at least, has one NA candidate and 5 provincial assembly candidates underneath, 6 different symbols in one constituency, this is the election we had to fight ultimately. So in order to prevent that from happening, we went for the Nazariati in the hope that we would have a common election symbol. But that was quashed, both by the Election Commission, the order that Faisal Siddiqui Saab just read, and I actually on my own felt uncomfortable. So I gave it, and within 5 minutes I took it back. I said, no, come what may, I'm going to contest as PTI.
Since you keep bringing your person into the matter,
They filed my papers, sir. They filed my papers. I did not.
Can you just let for the question? If I ask you today, because there's a statutory declaration which says you belong to
I took it. I would not. My lord. No, I know what my lord is saying. मेरी एक बात सुन लीजिए.
बात तो सुनने.
There's a reason why I'm interrupting with great respect.
No.
This is a matter before the courts. I would request my lord not to make any comment.
I'm not making a. Please, it's not a comment, it's a question.
My lord.
The statute declaration which shows you as Nazarati, there's a certificate which you referred to which shows you as PTI, and now you're saying you are Sunni Ittihad.
I'm not.
You may not respond to it.
Now, can you just tell me which political party you belong to?
I do not want to respond to this question. I remain PTI because
You are not before us.
Yes,
You're not before us.
You are. You keep referring to yourself.
They filed my papers. I don't know why they filed my
You are
papers.
partyless. I mean, it's not a state secret.
But me-
It's a factual plea.
But me, the person, Salman Akram Raja, is not relevant. I will, with great respect, not answer that question at the moment.
We are asking you which political party you belong to. You don't want to answer.
But as far as Kamal Shazab is concerned, she is PTI and she will join SIC if SIC is allowed seats. I'm very grateful for that opportunity. I've done my duty, but I've placed my points before the court. Now it's for the court
Raja
to
साहब,
decide.
आपसे भी सच नहीं बोला जा रहा.
ये सच बिल्कुल बोला जा रहा है.
2018 में PMLN के साथ वही हो रहा था जो आज PTI के साथ हो रहा है. And nobody speaks the truth. This is something known to everyone.
Sir, I've written
And that
it
is
down.
how constitution should be interpreted to uphold the democratic principles and the structure, and particularly the rights of those voters who have been wronged.
CMA 5913 states all of that. I urge the court to read my CMA 5913 on behalf of PTI. We've explained what we were facing.
Concluded or anything left?
I'm very grateful for that opportunity.
Everyone concluded?
Yes.
चले. Fine. Reserve. ठीक. इसमें लिखिए. हाँ? हाँ?
इन्होंने
अच्छा ठीक है रिजर्व है बस रिजर्व ही लिखना है बस एक ही लफ्ज चल ठीक ही लिखना है चल कंक्लूड कर देते law. It will be a long order. Anyways, we haven't discussed, so we can't say anything. It will be reserved.
Very kind, very grateful to all your lordships
you.
and to your ladyship. Thank you, sir.